Welcome back to episode 16 of my Age of Wonders 3 Heroes Only challenge. It is turn 89. The last episode was turn 57, aeons ago. And the reason why it's been so long, and just so you know, I traveled up here, and then here, and then here, and then here, and down here. And I did a little dip underground here because I've been searching for capitals and heroes, but as you can see, aside from Zargan, who I killed really early, I have just defeated the second person, right? So I have not been able to find both the hero and the capital for her or him. And they've just been really eluding me. And as you can see, I razed all these cities earlier. They've rebuilt them all, right? So as I passed, they rebuilt in the back because it's hard to cover both surface and underground. So I'm doing a loop here, and then I have plans to go underground at some point. But finally, I was able to locate the Dreadnought cap and hero, and they were here. So as you recall, I'd gotten here and I decided to go right. I should have gone left, right? That would have saved me so much time. I ended up having to deal with a lot more Dreadnought stuff as a result, but that's just how it is. So I have a lot to cover, and we can start with the battle that just happened. And you can see that I just used 6 people because I had split my army because they are a bit more mobile. And in fact, floating. So 4 sorcerers mounted, right? So I had them come here and do a shortcut while these guys on land went this way instead. But I felt confident enough about this because level 10 sorcerer, level 12 sorcerer, Dreadnought's been 15 forever, level 15 for a bit on the sorcerer, level 15 on the sorcerer, so a lot of heavy hitters. So we'll take a look at what I was doing here. So they're doing regenerate walls, which I don't care about. What trolls and big beetles, I don't really care about them. It's just the machines that I'm concerned about. But as you can see, I encourage them to come to me because I have a bunch of sorcerers. So I casted Thunderstorm ability with one of the sorcerers, and they disjuncted it. But what I'm doing here is this is their leader, and it's in their capital. So rather than deal with all these casting points, I'm just going to magic fist them into oblivion because I have 4 sorcerers and I have plenty of magic fist juice on several of them. So you will see me just keep fisting him until he's dead, basically. So the second time they just dumped a thunderstorm, but you know what? No problem. So I can win out in this game. So getting closer, the filth pit does minimal damage, especially for undead people. Just one more, I think. Fireball, a bit toasty, but you're going to be dead. Goodbye. And so with that, I cleared him out. Now that it can't be disjuncted, I can soup him up. You're really going to like this too. So what have I done so far? I'll wait a little bit and I'll review all the buffs I've put on him. But I'm going to send just him forward. It's going to be a 1-man killing machine, a 1-woman killing machine. Throw out a magic fist because I can. No problem. Don't care. So I'll wait till I finish casting the buffs and then we'll review them. Okay, so now let's review. So 90 health, 24 defense, 19 resistance, 40% physical protection, right? Of course, the 100%, 40%, but 100% fire, 100% spirit. So they can do very little, right? I've got the sun shield. I've got the life drain with the tireless boots, so we're going to see that beauty in action, some hit points and resistance, some fire protection, some heal if I need it. And this is off. It'd be great for the machines, but I really need the regeneration. And I took this off. I would have liked the defense and resistance, but I don't want the blight weakness, because they do a lot of blight, right? So I kept it off. So watch this stuff. See the 8 life drain. So get hurt for 1, right? They're only hitting me for 1. I have so much defense, or 2, right? 1 or 2, and I'm damaging them hugely. And I've got the tireless boots, so I have plenty of juice, and so I am still at full health, right? So we'll watch this continue. Now, of course, machines see 9 damage from the cannon, not much at all. It's like a meat grinder. Look at that. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about the buffs that were on them. So let's see, Guardian Flame, right, for some additional fire, which I didn't need, but also attacks deal a little bit more damage. Lion's Courage for the +5 strength, right? Overwhelm for shielded. The Strong Will from the Lion's Courage. The Last Stand to double this effectively when I'm on defense. The Pole Arm against the mounted units. First Strike. Star Blades for the extra damage when I attack. Inflict Shocking. So, and Inflict Immolation. Yeah, so just absolute beast. Look at that damage. And so I'm just letting all the flesh units kill themselves on me. And then I go to town on the machines. All the while, my guys are just sitting in the back, right? Doing more damage to their own units. So I'm just destroying them. And he's just soloing them. You know, their ram's only doing 5 damage. It's no problem. He's still got plenty of HP. Plenty of HP. So he doesn't do a ton of damage because he only has a life drain weapon, which doesn't help. But again, not a problem. So that was just so satisfying. So satisfying. See this one hero take out everybody. Real fun. Let's see if there's anything else that was interesting. I don't think there was. No, lightly guarded. Not very interesting. Okay, that's the 2 at the top. No, not too heavy. I mean, I don't know that this will be, this is my full complement. So I'm up to, as you can see, 6 times 3, 18, up to 18 heroes. So you just see me wreck some people. I've got plenty of stun, which is not proccing, but you'll notice the Seeker to help me do maximum damage at a distance. So a lot of my ranged units have Seeker, but not all of them. can raise hero if I need to. Trying to concentrate putting the XP on the guys who still need to level up, but a lot of my guys are capped out at level 15 already. Just massive damage. And that's so annoying, that the raising the machine thing. But yeah, do plenty of damage with the right weaponry. It's probably about time to look at itemage since it's been a while. So let's do that. On this guy, this is really interesting. 3 vision range. It's just so much vision range. Really, really great to have, especially on a flying unit with lots of range. They drop some stuff on the ground. That's decent with the fire and the shock. Nothing else very interesting. A little bit of extra movement and defense there, so he's not very optimal, but he exists primarily to give Warlord buffs to the rest of the stack. This guy, that Seeker helmet, ignore range penalties in line of sight. It's just amazing for these folks. This guy, so he's inflicting enfeebling fever to lower defense, exhausting feed to lower strength and morale, so like minus 600 if both of those proc, plus the inflicted, okay, I think, yeah, that's duplicative. So Seeker, it's not really impressive, it's not really impressive. This, I think you've seen all this stuff before. This is a crafted, so it's giving the 2 cold and 2 shock and some shield for good measure. So this is ideal for anti-machine ranged stuff, right? So this guy is doing plenty of ranged damage, and because of Seeker, doing it optimally. When I'm not fighting machines, I put this on because then every single unit caught in the AoE breath attack can get stunned. And I am on this again. Floating is essential for movement. You know, the inflict on the spirit breaking is really helpful for ghouling and whatnot. The projectile reflection, mostly to dissuade machines from attacking them. Yep. Nice pants with the resistance. Have some good mounts. That's him. The other sorcerer, again, you know, similar copy for him. Nothing super interesting here. It's a nice weapon, not for her. I have it on here just because melee and ranged attacks can inflict beating and severely poisoned. So that's the only reason it's on her. And the Seeker, but I'm doing Called Lightning from afar a lot. That's her primary contribution, and she's got the Call Beast Horde and in certain cases Ancestral Spirit. Over here, nothing much happening with him. I keep him back, obviously. This I picked up from somewhere. Climbing walls. Nothing interesting there. Projectile reflection there. Nothing interesting there. And then over here, we've got some ho-hum stuff there. Is that, if you leave anybody out, do we get, but I feel like I'm forgetting. I feel like I'm forgetting. Who am I forgetting? Where's, oh yeah, right, okay. So I was finally willing to do a little bit of split off here, just because the stack has a lot of good powerful stuff. So this Warlord, so between the life drain and the life steal puts at greater life drain, which is amazing. Shock protection will be handy for the sorcerers I'm fighting. Defender, cloak, stun, static shield. So that's that. And so he's at 20 and 12. He's at 80, 18 and 12. Good defender shield. I like that for the fire, especially for a trinket that's useful. There's that anti-machine, that's whatever, whatever. And just have this in reserve for when I go up against flesh units. Similarly here, boosted up the hit points, and lucky you have the fire shield and the anti-tank there. So he's pretty well ready to rock. He can do the shadow form there, spraying Assassin's Shadow Step, taunt, free movement, total awareness, and crippling wounds, and severely poisoned. So he can, martial arts, so he can do a good job. And some decent protections across the board. This guy's probably my tankiest guy, 105, isn't that beautiful? 105, 29, and 13. Anti-tank, the defender you saw in the past, Shadow Step, since we don't have a flying mount. Hit points are always good, +4. I don't care about the lesson vision, +3, +3, and the fire protection in this. And if you look, physical, 140, 80, 60, can swap this out, can do this, throw this on the way there. So I love playing with him. Of course, as a Warlord, and the Petrified Touch sometimes works really well because it's proc spirit. So when you have despaired somebody several times, Petrifying Touch, it's really easy to proc, which is nice. But as a Warlord, you have the martial arts upgrade, the first strike upgrade, the overwhelm upgrade, armor piercing, tireless, so that I can have a different boots than the tireless boots. Yeah, so pretty fun to play with him. And another Dreadnought hero who can summon Siege Engine and is decently kitted out, 85, 19, 15. 2 and 2, 1 and 1, +1, some more of those boots. So yeah, so it's been a lot of fun. Now, at this point with all the heroes, and you can kind of see who's gotten what in this case. So she's clearly in the lead. Elenis, the custodian, clearly in the lead. First to get to 15, which makes sense. Evil makes sense, and Master Smith makes sense. But they took the rest of them, really. The other thing is I lost everything, right? And I see that somebody's capital got moved here. Not sure who it was, but this is the one capital that I know exists, so I am thinking about heading there at some point. But this was all taken over, right? You remember I used to hold this. I think my capital was here, but they eventually did this, and they did take out my item forge, unfortunately. So I stopped item forging stuff. That finally got defeated. So I'm just hasty plundering these. I'm not holding on to any cities. So if they were to snipe my leader, it would be over. And so that's one of the reasons why he's at 90 health, right? To make sure that does not happen. But as you can see, I have 3 full stacks, So this is what, 5, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So I'm up to 19 heroes. All but like 4 of them whom I've ghouled over time, right? Oh yeah, and one thing that I did is a rogue that I got, instead of having them join, because I feel like I have enough heroes at this point where I think it's a matter of time where I'm gonna win the game, right? I have a critical mass of people. They're super strong. I think it's just a matter of attrition. I just have to find the people and kill them. I don't think I'm gonna lose at this point, which is a good feeling. But what I did for this guy is made sure I had free movement, and then I took the invisibility upgrade so that he's not seen unless someone gets directly near him. Because I want to explore more of the map. I need to find other capitals, but you can't do that if you're seen, right? You're going to get killed. So I'm going to try this. I'm not sure how well it will work because they have so much stuff roaming the map, but I want to try and explore a bit more. And that's the only way to do it when you're doing the Heroes Only challenge. So that's what's happening with that. But yeah, you can see the spread. the majority of my heroes are at 15 because I've been pretty efficient with spreading out the stuff. Yeah, and Whispers and Enemy of the Faith continues to be up. So that's what's been happening the last 20 turns, whatever, since I checked in. So that was a long episode 16. I'll see you in episode 17.